What's going on, everyone? It's me, Zanmir TV, here today with Transfer Talk. Now, we have three different transfers here today. All three which I don't believe are true, but it's Transfer Talk, so let's talk about transfers. So the first one is from Kicker. So according to Kicker, now that Nastasic from Schalke is injured for 6 to 8 months, Schalke will be looking to get Dante from Bayern Munich. Now, I don't think that is true, just because Dante has stated previously that he wants to prove himself at Bayern Munich, and he's been working a lot over the summer so that he can prove himself this season, so he could get his starting place back. So that's why I don't think that is a realistic transfer for Schalke. But it will be interesting to see, if Kicker is actually right and Schalke is trying to sign Dante, and if Dante would go or not. I wouldn't rate it realistic. I'd say the chance of that transfer happening is a 4 out of 10. So I think more likely than not, it's not going to happen. That's just my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think. Now, the next transfer is from England, and it has to do with Manchester United. It has to do with a player that plays for Bayern Munich, whose name starts with Thomas and ends with Müller. Those transfers won't stop. Those transfer rumors won't stop. Now, according to the Daily Express, I believe it's the Daily Express, they have stated that Thomas Müller, he wants to play for Manchester United. Really wants to. He's desperate to play for Manchester United because he wants to link up with his buddy Schweinsteiger again. Like, seriously, that rumor has a 0 out of 10 chance of happening. So, there is not much to talk about. I live in Manchester. I know the kind of rumors that you see here in the newspapers and whatnot. And most of the time, Manchester United is linked to everybody. So it's just the way it is. Like I said, that transfer has a 0% chance of happening, just because Thomas Müller, he wants to stay at Bayern Munich. He even stated that he wants to stay at Bayern Munich. He stated that, he stated that he wants to stay at Bayern Munich, but he's also just finished building his dream house. So if he were to move now, it'd be like building a dream house and then not actually living in it. And the thing about Thomas Müller and obviously his wife is that his wife is, I think she actually made it to be a European champion horse breeder or something like that. So, they need Munich. They need to be around Munich, the outskirts of Munich, just because obviously the city is not quite that rural. But on the outskirts of Munich, there's a lot of land, there's a lot of grass, and you can actually have horses there, which you can't have in Manchester. I mean, one of my neighbors here in Manchester actually had a horse. She had a pony. Didn't last 1 or 2 weeks. State came and took it because it was just unsuitable. So it's just the way it is. He's not gonna move, not because he doesn't want to. I mean, he doesn't want to move. Let's face it. But that's not the main reason. The main reason is his wife, and because his wife is a professional athlete as well. So that's just the way it is. 0% chance of happening. 0. Now, the last transfer rumor is that it's not really a rumor, but Klaus Allofs from Wolfsburg has stated that he expects there to be he expects Kevin De Bruyne to sign for some place in the next 2 weeks. And this comes from DW Sports. He didn't actually say 2 weeks, but he said he expects Kevin De Bruyne to sign for a club in the summer because he expects it to be another contract, and he expects Kevin De Bruyne to want to go. And that's just what he thinks. But he also states that he thinks that that Wolfsburg might have a chance of keeping De Bruyne. So he's basically 50-50. He's unsure. And if you have one of the higher ups in a club being unsure, that is never a good sign. In my opinion, that's never a good sign. But he's, obviously the two clubs that Kevin De Bruyne has really been linked to are Bayern Munich and Manchester City. Now, first of all, the chance of him actually leaving Wolfsburg, I think this year it's 0. I honestly don't think there is any way that he will leave this year. But I think that if he were to leave, but I think that next year the chances will be about like if he has a similar season that he had last season with Wolfsburg, if he has that this season, then I think the chances for him to leave are about 80%. I think that will be an 8 out of 10. And like in a probability that he will move, but I don't see it happening this season. Now, do I think that he'll move to Bayern Munich or Manchester City? Like out of these two clubs, I think if he's wise, he'll move to Bayern Munich. Because at Manchester City there is even less places at the front than at Bayern Munich in like the number 10 attacking midfield role. Just because at Manchester City, they have Aguero as a striker, obviously, but they have so many attacking players. They have Aguero, Bonny. They've got a lot of attacking strikers and players. So it's and they generally play with a 4-4-2. And they have a lot of players for those 4 positions, because he wouldn't be playing as a striker. And as a winger, he would have to push a few players out of position. So I don't see that happening. At Bayern Munich, the only real competition for an attacking midfield role are Thiago, Götze, and Vidal. You could also you could say Vidal as well as Thomas Müller, although you could play anywhere really. But that's just I think that he'd be wiser to go to Bayern Munich. But I don't think any of those two clubs would be a good place to go to. I think if you were to go to somewhere like Real Madrid, where they don't really have an attacking midfield, so he'd be just playing instead of Benzema if he's moving, because obviously he's been linked to Arsenal. If he decides to move, then I'd say Kevin De Bruyne should go to Real Madrid. If not, I think he should stay. But is he going to stay? I don't think so. That's just my opinion. Tell me what you guys think about Dante moving to Schalke, Thomas Müller. He's not going to move to Manchester United. And obviously Kevin De Bruyne, him looking like he's going to move this summer. Which I think if he's going to move this summer, that is really late, because Wolfsburg will have to look for a replacement, and that will be really bad, But that's just my opinion. As I said, tell me what you guys think. This was Transfer Talk today. And we have a match tomorrow against Darmstadt, which is only a friendly, but it's the way it is. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Peace out. Have a nice day. And bye.